Breakfast with Cobb Colvin.
Trickstar Radio.
Right, then we're inside the building. Just gone 36 minutes past 9 here. We do have Rolla and TCDAGENIUS in the building. It's Trickstar Radio. How are we doing, guys? We all good?
Yes, all good, mate.
One time, quickly, what is the best social media tags to get both of you on, and what platform?
At Rolla Payback, Twitter and Instagram, probably.
Cool.
Google me, TCDAGENIUS. You'll find everything.
Is everything like literally if you just Google the thing, everything pops up?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I've tried it. I haven't done it. I haven't
many
linked it
people.
myself. It just comes up like that. Yeah.
I've always find this when I do the social, like I always ask for socials or whatever. No one ever says just Google my name and you'll find stuff. Everyone goes, oh, this 1692447 on Twitter. It's the same on all of them. And then I think
I'm blessed. I'm lucky with that one.
Okay, cool. So we've got a lot to talk about, as we've kind of said. We've had a bit of an introduction to you two and what you do. But I want to kind of talk about the project specifically. What's it called, first of all?
BD13.
BD13, cool. And that's also the name of the title track on the project, I believe, as well. So we'll be getting into that one a little bit later. But yeah, in general, like, when did you decide that you were going to put together this joint project? Because joint projects as a whole are tend to be quite rare.
Looking
Talk about that time when we wrote the first back-to-back.
Okay, so this is okay.
2016, 2017, 2017.
Yeah, oh, you're talking about that time.
Yeah.
Right. So one time, 2016-17, I've invited TC down to Basildon. We're jamming in Basildon. We've written a back-to-back, and it was only a 16 bar. It was just before he had to get his last bus to go.
Was just sitting in the park and
just sitting in the park, just doing whatever, and yeah, just writing bars, and then so anyways. Life's gone on, we progressed and whatever. He's got his studio now. It's big 2019 now. We come to the studio now, and we've got this beat from Takai. Big up Chris from Courts. Courts are a sick band from Basildon. But he's now a producer. He produces a bit of everything, and he's given me this beat. I've taken it to the studio. It's like one of the first times in the studio. I'm like, listen, let's lay something to this. And he was just like, we should do a back to back. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It might even be an idea to bring that other one back, because we recorded it like a couple days later or something in my room on my home setup. But the beat we had weren't right. The mix and the mastering wasn't right. We was just a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, like,
never went nowhere.
No.
Yeah.
So we've taken this one now. And we're just like, yeah, this is the one. This is good. Let's make an EP off this tune. Like,
fun fact, it didn't make the EP.
That's it. And it didn't make the EP. And it's the only song that we made outside of the EP that led to the first one.
That led to it as well.
Any person that we showed it to, they was just like, you know what, like, it's sick. But if you put it in with the rest of the songs from the EP, it just doesn't fit in.
It's just not on the same.
It don't fit in. Yeah. And like, I think it is something to do with the old lyrics as well. Like,
yeah, we wrote it like for 3 years ago.
This is an interesting thing. Like, how long do you think it takes for, like, say a 16 to become old news?
You know what? I feel like nowadays the way I write lyrics, again, like I was saying to you off camera and off mic, I do feel like some of the things I say now, to me personally, is timeless. Like, I feel like some of the things I could say, I know, like, the way that it is, I don't like going to sets and always spraying the same bars. That's why sometimes you might not always see me at sets, because I like to be away writing more. But I like to think personally some things are timeless.
Yeah, it's hard to say really, because in grime, well, the amount of times I'd heard, like, when I was a fan, the amount of times I heard sets with, and I've listened to grime for years, and hearing sets with the same bars come on from the same artist that I
love
like.
hearing it. Yeah,
I think it's just down to whether you like the artist or not. It's if you don't like someone, it's gonna get annoying. You just keep hearing that same lyric. It's just natural.
You start to find things about it more that you don't like. You start to pick little bits out.
Even if he said that, when I come through, I do this comfortably. He said that lyric so many times, I'll never get bored of it. I was still,
it was still in every single
video. I was expecting a different follow-on for that.
No, literally, that's a bit. It never gets old to me. I'm the same energetic guy over it in every video we do. You know?
Like, so when you've been putting the project together, obviously it's a joint project. Like, how many hours did you probably spend in studio together working on it? Would you say
we worked
a few?
Yeah, we weren't just working on that. So leading up to it, I built the studio. We got in the studio. The first date we got in the studio was January the 7th, 2019, in my studio, and we was actually in there with Looms that day. Shout out Looms. We tried to do something, and then we're just literally just having a jam. Like, just got studio getting gassed. From there, we was just in the studio.
A lot of stuff happened in that
lot.
period. Like we met BK in this period.
Yeah, we done a few
so
things with
BK
him.
started coming around, and then we've obviously tried to bring him to studio. We made Where the Real G's At, and we took time out of the EP to kickstart his career with the music video Where the Real G's At. And yeah, man, we just sort of come back to the EP after, and yeah, because we just thought he was getting his shine at that point. You know what I mean?
I would say up till March, we was in the studio like 4 or 5 days a week, and not always like every time making a song. Sometimes
and
just
every
vibing.
time working on the EP
we was taking it slow. Yeah, we like. Do you know what I mean? It was very natural.
I feel there's a process, but when you say studio as well, it's not necessarily. There's different types of studio environment. There is like, let's take stuff in. Let's kind of advance ourselves with what we're doing, and there's like, right, it's work time.
There's
different things. I was having this conversation yesterday about it's quite bizarre how many different like sort of states you can be in, or states of mind you can be in a studio space.
Definitely,
I love it.
Bizarre.
I feel like since I've had a studio as well, when I first got it, because I've been to studios before, like you rent it or you pay people like for engineering time, whatnot, and people had like a PlayStation in the room, and I thought, when I get my studio, I'm gonna have that. My missus said to me, "Why? Because it will just distract you." And you know what? She was very right. I haven't even done it. I ain't put a TV in there.
I've got a PS4 in mine, and I'll tell you for why. Because videos take a long time to render.
Oh yeah,
that's the only reason.
Yeah, a little break.
But do you know what? Like, if it depends what type of studio you have. Obviously, the studio that TC has is a room and a booth, like normal. And it's brilliant. The quality we get from it is great. But if you're having something with 2 rooms,
and
you're bringing part of your pals. You know what I mean? To studio, they don't want to sit in a room while you're just stuck in your pad. You know what I mean? And so they could just go and...
Again, it comes down to environment. It does come down to the sort of environment.
So studio is very much like a vibe, man.
It's almost like an all-encompassing term. It's almost like a genre of place more than anything else. It's not just like, this is what you do here. There are just so many.
I love it. For me, I feel like a studio is the HQ.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just love the fact that you could lead the studio. There is always that chance you're going to lead there, and you just don't know what you're going to go in with.
Yeah,
like I'll come out. Like I've been to Axel Bellamy at whatever time. Say, yo, I'm at my studio in Rayleigh. Come down. Like, yeah, all right, I'll go link in for a bit. See what he's up to. Just then we end up getting out of there at like 3. No, just 2 tunes deep. Do you know what I mean? It was knackered the next day. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, that's part of the magic of it. Like, have you got any funny stories studio-wise? Because I know there's usually a few floating around.
God.
To be fair, like none
in the studio.
Can I think of any that come to mind? We've had a few like mad ones. To be fair, even outside of us. Like,
that's what I was about to say. Outside of studio,
I can remember one, and I remember it once. Yeah, like I used to go. So Wax in MTP, shout out Wax. I used to go to Wax's studio. I used to record me and engineer and whatnot, and I lost my job February 2016, I think. And then I remember they gave me a bottle of Cavossier on the day, and I had a recording session there. I went there and I just got obliterated. And if you know me, you know I don't really drink either. So yeah, man, like for me, like, but outside of that, like we do have some pretty mad ones. As Payback, it's always just a laugh. But
I'd say
it's so natural. It's not really like our
good times. I feel come more from when we actually do things. Like when we're in the studio, like Ags goes off into his own little brain of music. I go into my own little world of writing, you know, like T starts like going in. We all go into it. It's very musical when we're in the studio.
Yeah.
We do have our fun. Like but it's more like odd things that are, you know, and then it's back to work, really. Like that's, I hate to say it, but it is really what we're like. Like when we're outside of things, it's more like that.
Nice, man. Right, we're going to jump into the Nice One Brother remix next. Now, obviously we've seen the video floating around for Nice One Brother like a lot of the time. Give me a very brief introduction to this one.
This one's Nice One Brother. I don't use the term Nice One Brother anymore. This one's called Nice One Brother. The remix has got Cabs, Razor, TCDAGENIUS and BK on the feature, Half-Breed on production.
Good stuff. 9:45 here. Trickstar Radio. Don't go anywhere.
Waking up Brighton.
Breakfast with KXVU.